say? Will you know the difference from your wrong or right? Will you learn it along the way? No child, will you drink in the night? Will you make all the same mistakes? Will you get around by chasing all the highs and forget all your lowest days? And I know that I can't pretend that I haven't had my regret. From the memories that I've kept to the history I forget. You're my father before he left. Oh, there's one thing I wish he'd say.
ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਦੇਖਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਈ ਹਾਂ, ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੇਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਡੇਜ਼ੀ ਨਾਲ, ਐਂਡ ਮਾਈ ਡਾਟਰ ਇਨ ਲਾ ਕਮਲ, ਐਂਡ ਮਾਈ ਸਨ ਸੋਨੀ, ਐਂਡ ਮਾਈ ਨੇਮ ਇਜ਼ Mohinder. So we are here to watch the show. Thank you.
Mohinder Kaur Sardarni Mohinder Kaur.
Hi, I am Kamal and this is my husband Soni. This is our first time doing this, and we just found out about Caring Hands for Children. Heard it's really good foundation, saw some videos, did some research, and the money gets to the deserving kids in India, and we wanted to do something, do our share. That's why we are, I am actually performing today, and wanted to give back to our community. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Angela Hassan. This is my very first time at the Caring Hand charity event for children, and very, very happy to be here. I'm actually part of the female dance group performing a little bit later this evening. I'm just very happy that what I can give here is going to a very worthwhile cause to help the needy children, help their education and other destitute needs of their lives. So I'm pretty excited, as you can see all through here, hustle and bustle. I love the color, the extravaganza, but most of all, the focus is on that higher cause. So I'm just very pleased to be here, and I encourage you all to look it up, Caring Hand for Children. Thank you.
I'm with Smithy Mundra, who is a director and a producer. So Smithy, what excites you about this organization?
I think it's wonderful the work that the organization does for children in India, and I have a little baby girl, so it really means a lot to me to be able to support something that's helping other kids, basically have a chance in life and opportunities and the things that they need. So that's what excites me more than anything.
Very good. Have you been able to visit any of the projects in India yet?
I haven't yet, but I would love to. Next time I go to India, I would love to go visit and see for myself all the great work. But I've seen the videos and talked extensively with people involved with the organization, and I'm just couldn't be more impressed.
Very good. I think you should go and look at one of the projects. Every time I go to India, I make it sure that I've visited at least one or two projects, and they're doing some of the wonderful work.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So Mamta, you've been involved with Caring Hand for Children for many, many years. What really excites you about this organization?
I like the cause, and I like education for children, and once we give education to children, we can never take it away, and I really believe in it.
That's a very good quote. And I'm pretty sure that every time you go to India, you visit one or two of their projects. What is the last project you have visited?
The last one was Nai Disha. We visited that in 2016, I think.
What city was that?
Delhi.
Oh, Delhi.
Yeah.
So are there any visuals or any memories that you would like to share, what you saw there?
Yeah, well, when we went there, the smile on the children's face, it was just amazing, and that really, really, you think so differently when you see that.
Very good. When I visited one of the projects in Chandigarh, it was very, very good to see that even the blind children, the deaf children are learning skills which would be very, very helpful for them for the rest of their life. And then my daughter visited one of the projects, and she asked a very simple question to all these children: what would you like to be when you grow up? And she was really, really amazed to hear their answers. Somebody said, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer. So these poor children who sometimes don't have food to eat, but they are already dreaming big. So I think that is very satisfying.
It is.
Don't you think so?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Jackie, I understand one of your children is performing today.
Yes.
Boy or a girl?
Boy,
Boy. What kind of item is he performing?
dance.
Dance. Okay. Indian dance?
Indian dance.
Oh my God. Okay. So, is this the first time you're involved with this project, or you've been involved with this project before?
This is the first time with this. We've been in Archana.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've been in Archana. I've been with Archana too.
You look familiar. Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything you learned about this organization which excites you?
Well, I learned that about it from the duas, so we're looking forward to it.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We need, I understand you and your family have been involved with this project for quite a few years. And you are really dedicated volunteers. So I want to find out what excites you most about this organization.
Obviously the children.
Okay.
The cause. This cause is very close to our heart. We care about children's education. And in fact, my daughter does. This year was very hard on her academics. She had a lot of commitments, but she chose to stay committed to this project. I drove her back and forth many times. So I think that alone demonstrates how much we care about this cause.
Thank you. Have you been able to visit any of the projects in India?
No, but that's our goal for next year or next year or two.
Okay.
Obviously, our daughter's education's important. Once she's done through high school, then that's the plan.
Where do you see this organization going? If you were to create a vision for this organization 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, where would you see this organization?
I think there's no doubt in my mind that I see a university of your own, or a school of your own, where children can just come in and get educated for no fee. I see that happening.
That is a very grand vision. Thank you so much.
I see that happening.
Thank you. So, Agam, you just, I think last year came back from India and you visited a project in New Delhi. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that project?
Yeah, sure. I went to Night the Shah in New Delhi, and I'd actually seen it 4 years ago, and now I saw it, and it was almost 6 times the size. So when I first went there, it was only 50 kids. Now they were renting out a local public school, and they had well over 1,000 kids. So it was amazing to see.
So you have been with this organization from the very beginning. I think you were a teenager at that time, right? Or even before that. So if you look at the trajectory of this organization, the success of this organization, where do you see this organization 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road?
That is a very good question. If you had asked me 10 years ago, would we have this big of an event now, I would have trouble believing you. I mean, I was 17 at the time, and even as idealistic as I was then, I never thought that we would have more than 150 families. I mean, at that time it was 5-6 families. But the fact that we raised over $200,000 last year, that we started with 2 project sites, now we're over 22 across India. And even what I've just seen at Night the Shah, I mean, it's amazing to see. So I would say, the sky's the limit.
Here is an example where Agam started as a child with this organization. And 11 years after we've been doing these shows, he has stayed with the organization. Right now, he works in Chicago, but every year he has to be here because he loves this cause. Don't you think that's true?
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot, but of course it's true. I love being a part of this community, and I will always be here.
Thank you, Agam. Appreciate it. You are a role model for many other children. Thank you.
Follow on your lead.
So, Ashim, you are one of the MCs for this evening. What is the theme of this show?
The theme of the show is a story about fate. And we're talking about 2 orphans and their story of how they came together after they were separated.
So you are another example of a volunteer who has been with this organization from the very childhood.
Yes.
How has this organization or the projects which this organization gets involved in some way has touched your life?
Well, the whole idea of education is very important to me. Even my wife, she works in education. She used to work in underprivileged school districts in Philadelphia. So the whole concept of changing a child's life from being able to educate themselves and better themselves is just a great cause, and it's something that really just touches me personally, and I'm so excited that our families were part of this since the inception.
Very good. So, so you've been with this organization from the very beginning. This is the 11th year.
16 years.
That's right. That's right. So where do you see this organization 10 years down the road?
Bigger and better.
Bigger and better.
I mean, I think already if you look, we're already kind of bursting at the seams. We've increased everything that we've done, and it's still not enough. And I think that a lot of people take this cause to heart, and that's the reason why we're growing at such a fast pace. I mean, we started with 5 kids. Now we have 3,900. That's a great growth rate.
It is. Thank you, Asham. Appreciate it. I'm here with Veena, Dolly and Poonam, who have been involved with this Caring Hand for Children for many, many years. So I just want to know what really excites you about this organization.
Well, everything, this is our function. It's for the children, by the children, but then we put some pizzazz into it.
Very good. And I understand you and your children perform in this program for now a few years. How has that been? How is that helpful for the children to kind of learn about Indian culture?
It's a very humble experience for the kids, especially for them to grow and learn that other kids are not as lucky as they are. So I'm happy to teach them a lesson, and at the same time I'm learning that we are helping others by doing something. So yeah, that's
very good. Dolly, I understand that you run a dancing school and you volunteer your services for this organization to teach people dancing. How has that been for you?
So, well, thank you for actually giving us some time to speak about the organization. Like she said, it's very humbling. I actually run fitness classes, and what I really want to do is to just give a little bit to this organization, because I feel God has given us so much, and I think that it's very important to give back to the community. Otherwise, we will not know and we will not be grateful to what we have and how we can thank the God by giving it back. So it is our way of giving. We feel great, we feel humble, and also it is an opportunity for us to teach the coming generation to do their own bit of right things.
Those are very good words. So I understand that you and your family have visited some projects in India.
No.
Oh, not yet?
Not yet.
But you plan to?
Oh, yes, I look forward to that.
Okay. I think it'll be very good for your children to look at those projects as well. So, of all the 3 people, you've been involved with this organization the longest. Where do you see this organization 5 years from now, for example? I mean, based on they started with 5 kids, now there are 39 kids, and they started with giving a little bit of money, now they have lots of money. Where do you see this organization going in the next 5 years?
I see it multiplying tenfold, because I have been with them since they were babies, and every year we have we build it a notch up. So I do see it, and I truly believe in the cause. And like they say, seeing is believing, so I'm looking forward to going back to the projects and taking my kids there.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So I want to add something to it. The organizers and the board members, and we know them very well. So we know they are all humble people, and they're very nice, and they're here to give with open hands. So I've not seen a charity or community where people just give open-handedly. So I think that's very good to know.
So what you're saying is this organization is very transparent and you can see everything which goes on. Well, that's a good thing for an organization to have that kind of integrity. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay.
Oh child, no, don't you worry. Oh child, I know you'll be okay. No, you won't get this life again.
Jagmohan and Anita, you've been coming to this show now for quite a few years. What excites you about this organization?
Is primarily what they use the money for, where they send the money, educating kids and teaching other disciplines to people there. I think that's the most exciting. India needs that, and somebody doing that, no matter what organization. This organization does a great job at that. I think that's the one that excites me the most.
Very good. Have you been able to visit any of their projects in India, and would you like to talk about what you saw there?
Sure. We actually went, Anita and I, and my son Ravi, his wife Ashley, and a granddaughter. We went actually last year to the Indian Deaf Society of India in Noida. It was actually quite an experience. So we talked to the people who run that place, and they were actually very appreciative of the support they get from the organization. And we spent about 4 hours there, and so talking about things. Ashley, as you know, she has the interest in this area, so she was able to talk in the sign language. So she was able to discuss with them what they are doing and what they should be doing. Overall, very good experience. We actually wrote an article, Ashley did. So it should be in there in the program, I suppose, today.
Yeah, and you would see that the quality of our volunteers is very high. Jagmohan has been a president of an aerospace company. Anita is a doctor, and I can give you lots of other examples where people of very high caliber have been involved in this project, and they like the transparency which this organization presents to all the volunteers. Anita, would you like to say something?
You said it actually. I wanted to say what I really appreciated, the feedback we get, and that's what the transparency is there. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So I'm with Nooper, who has been with this organization from the very beginning. To me, she's a role model because she started volunteering for this organization when she was a child, and now she works for Facebook, lives in San Francisco, but she basically trains all the kids for this program. So tell me, Nooper, in terms of personal satisfaction, how has this organization been for you?
Well, I will say to your point about this, for me, has always been really about training the kids and building a community here. And as I know we're doing such incredible work abroad, but the part that really excites me is teaching these kids and getting them to become leaders and inspiring them and creating the next generation of people that are going to go out and do good in the world. And that there's no gauge on it. It's amazing.
One more question and then I'll let you go, because I know you are one of the MCs of this program and the program is beginning in a few minutes. Where do you see this organization 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road?
So I think that the youth is really going to be an important part of how we grow. I see us taking a lot more service trips to India, involving the youth and adults out here in programs in the US. I see us doing a lot more different types of events. Like right now we have this amazing fundraiser, but the hope is to do a walk, to do a singing night, and create more of a variety of events that cater to very different demographics and lots of people of all ages.
Thanks for all your contribution to this organization. Thank you. All right. I am with Dr. Shubha and Dr. Sanjeev. Both are pain specialists and have been supporting this organization for many, many years. In addition to this, they have started a temple and Indian community organization in Simi Valley, which has become very, very popular for the Indian community. So what excites you about volunteering your time, energy, and funds to these kind of causes?
Well, it makes us feel good because we got a lot from the society, so now it's time for us to do something for society.
Very good. Have you been able to visit any of the projects in India so far?
Yeah, I have been to Naidisha a couple of times. What I have done as a part of this group is to institute a little scholarship for young kids, middle schoolers generally, we offer them $10 for just attending the school. And if they graduate and manage to go to college, we double their scholarship. So we think that this will keep them from going to work in menial jobs and continue to stay in school. Irrespective of whether they do well or not, they kind of have like a foster family out here in the US. So that will induce them to study and maybe get a better job than they would have otherwise gotten. So we think that this is a great concept, and as more and more people join, more and more kids would be able to study. Apart from this, of course, the organization has done a lot of other projects.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Again, with two doctors who support this organization, and I have a very simple question. What excites you about this organization?
I think they are very persistent. They are very grinding to the cause of helping the children.
Have you been able to visit any of the projects in India that they have?
No, I have not, but I have read about that you also visited one other project.
Yes, I visit one project at least one project every time I...
Especially I saw that you had, definitely, yeah.
So where do you see this organization going if you were to kind of project into next 5 years? Where would you see this organization going?
I think we need to continue and also see, have some kind of children project to see how they are doing well in education. So start with some kind of base that you have what their starting level was, and 3 years down the road how they are progress in terms of their research abilities, education.
That is a wonderful idea. As a matter of fact, an educator, I think that's what they should be doing, and that should be the next step.
That's what we are trying to do in medicine as far as India is concerned with the residents and the students.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So for how long have you supported this organization?
About 4 years.
4 years. What do you find exciting about this organization?
Few things. The passion with which the organizers, they are contributing their time and efforts for a great charity event. It's one of the contributing factors. Yeah.
Very good. Do you see this organization growing more in future?
Yes. Yeah. Leaps and bounds, but yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, Varsha and Priyanka, I understand you've been supporting this project for a while. Yes. What really excites you about this project or this organization?
Especially the education part, which is being taken care by Caring Hand. It is wonderful. That is the reason it motivates us all the time to come here and attend it.
Have you been able to visit one of their projects in India?
No, not yet.
We haven't.
But do you plan to?
Maybe in the future.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next time when we visit India.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So, Sunny, you have been supporting this organization from the very beginning, and that is many, many years, almost 16 years. What really excites you about this organization?
It's getting larger every year, and more people are interested in it. And secondly, it's a good cause, an excellent cause. And I think whoever's involved in it has done a wonderful job, and commend them.
Have you been, or any of your family members been able to visit one of the projects in India?
No, I'm afraid not, but we'd love to one day. One day we'd love to do that. Yeah.
Just one more question. Where do you see this organization 5 years down the road?
There's only one way, and it's up.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So I'm with Sunil and Chanda, who are considered great singers, and they have performed many times for this organization. What do you think of the program which they put every year? What are your feelings? Are you excited? Do you like this program?
I think a lot of effort goes into it, and I'm really ecstatic about the cause. So that's why I support it every year in, year out, and I'm excited about the kids, the way they are taking part and how much they're putting into it. It's a great effort all around.
So Yeah, so talk to me about these children here who get involved in this project for community building. So some of them have gone to the project, some have not. But do you see real benefits of children getting involved in these programs?
Absolutely. They know it's for the children, and they know the organization is doing everything they possibly can to educate children. So they're quite aware of it. And of course, in between, they also develop a great relationship with each other, and, it becomes camaraderie and brotherhood, and, so it's a good thing for them.
Very well put. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So Radhika, you have been supporting this organization for many, many years, and your children have performed in this this program. What do you think of the quality of their program here?
Oh, it's fantastic. They have learned so much through the program, and I've seen them improve through the years. The quality of the program is professional as these kids can do it.
Very good. And what was the project that you visited in India?
We visited actually 2 projects. We did Nai Disha, and I also visited one in Gurgaon. So we visited 2 projects. Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was absolutely amazing. The Nai Disha project was, Shalabh actually put up a camp, and it was touching, and I hope to go back soon.
So she's talking about her husband, Shalabh, who put up a camp. He's a dentist, and he was helping the kids of caring hand for children to get better hygiene and take care of their teeth and so on. So thank you very much. Thank you to your family for putting that effort and service for this organization. Thank you. So Rocky and Aline, is it your first time, or you've been coming to this program for a while?
It's my first time.
Okay, so what really attracted you towards this organization and the program tonight?
I'm a friend of Vinay's, and he's been talking about doing all this good work for the kids in India. So I figured, maybe we should do this too, and help out with whatever we can.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a surveyor.
Very good, very good. I think we have an exciting program tonight, and I know you're going to enjoy it.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. You guys are performing tonight. What is your item called?
Caring hand?
Yeah, but
Kismat ki kahani.
What is
Kismat ki kahani.
Kismat ki kahani. And are you performing a dance?
Yes, we're performing Dum Dum Chak Dum Dum and Kala Chashma and Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie for the finale.
I see. Are these based on Indian movies?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you enjoy dancing in this program?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye. So Ashwin, you are going to be performing tonight. What kind of item are you, or what kind of items are you performing in?
Well, I'm performing in a few dances, and it's really exciting for me to be in the lead this year. I mean, it's a change, and I get to act, so it's really fun. And I really liked what they did with the story, the plot this year.
So you think you can see yourself in the future performing in these kind of dances and having an acting career?
Just maybe, but I feel like every year I'm going to come here, I'll improve, and it'll be really nice.
And for how many years have you been performing here?
About 4. This is my 4th year.
Oh boy, you don't even look 4. How old are you?
I'm 12.
Thank you so much for your volunteer service. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. So you are a doctor by profession, and how long have you been supporting this organization?
Oh my God, I can't remember.
So what really excites you about this organization?
I think it's got 2 components. One, that it helps kids outside of our immediate realm, but also it supports our kids. They get to dance, they get to participate, they get to know their culture. So I think it supports kids on both sides of the ocean. So that's probably why this is so exciting.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ashwini, you've been supporting this organization now for a few years. What really excites you about this organization?
Well, what excites me is the mission behind it and how it helps the people who need most help, the needy people. So that's the exciting factor.
If you were to offer one idea how this organization can improve, what would that be?
Oh, I think with the organization side of it, I think it's already up there. And the only idea would be how to get more people involved. That's the only thing. But it's got all 4 engines working in high gear. So
Thank you so much, Ashwini. Appreciate it.
All right,
Okay, thank you. I'm with Shashi, who's been the Board of Trustee member from the very beginning of this organization. So Shashi, tell me, what really excites you about this organization?
It's very simple. The cause. The cause is the reason I'm here, and the cause is the reason I want to continue with this. But for me right now, the exciting part is that this organization has been doing fundraising for last 10 years. This is our 11th year, and we are in a year which I'm calling it a year of change. And we are making a lot of changes. We are making changes with the organization. We are expanding our board of trustees. We are bringing new people on the advisory board. We are bringing new directors, and with all the support from all the different community members, including a lot of the base has grown. So I'm very excited about that.
So would you say so far in the last 11 years we have raised more than $1 million?
I would go more than that. Yes, we have raised more than $1 million.
That is a great success. Where do you see this organization 10 years down the road?
Okay, so the way I see it, that my goal and our organization goal is to continue supporting these children. Right now we are at 3,600 students, and now we want to go 10,000, 20,000, and maybe 40,000, 50,000. So that's where we want to grow. And for that, that's why I'm calling this a year of change, because unless we make a change and broaden our base, we are not going to achieve that goal.
That's a very good logo. That's a very good line, that this is a year of change and this organization will keep growing. Thank you so much, Shashi.
Thank you very much, Harish.
So, Meenu, is it your first time in this show?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what attracted you towards this program and this organization?
Well, first of all, I must congratulate people who are involved, like yourselves, for doing such a nice job about ameliorating the plight of children in India. And children's causes and issues are very dear to me, and I would like to support in whatever way it's possible. I'm actually so happy that I met with the lady Pinky, who is running this or spearheading with her daughter, and I have the good fortune of being here with you now. And I look forward, if I can help out and add to this endeavor, it'll be a great privilege and honor for me.
Thank you, Meenu. Appreciate it.
No, you won't get this life again. No, you won't get this life Oh, child, no, don't you worry. Oh, child, I know you'll be okay. Oh, child, will you notice song when I'm gone and I fade away? Will you sing it back? I know it word for word, back to your chop one day. No, don't you worry. Oh, child, no, don't you worry. Oh, child, I know you'll be okay. No, you won't get this life again. No, you won't get this life
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, everybody, to the 11th Annual Caring Hand for Children Fundraising Gala.
So tonight, we bring to you our show, Kahani Kismet Ki, a story about faith. I'm your co-host, Nupur Chabra.
And my name's Ashram Chopra, and we're here to bring you a night of entertainment, fun, and excitement.
Yeah. So Ashram and I are super humble and grateful to be with you here today and to do this show for you tonight. We're excited to provide you an evening full of laughter, dances, and of course, celebrating a wonderful cause. Ashton and I have been lucky to be part of this family for a long, long time since the beginning, and we're looking forward to giving you a great evening. A couple of important numbers to share before we get started. Caring Hand for Children currently supports 21 active projects. What is really exciting, though, is that last year at this fundraiser, because of all of your support, we had the largest increase of students we have ever had at 31% year over year. That is huge. And today, that brings us to 3,941 kids. So please give yourselves a round of applause for being so generous.
You all here have changed the lives of so many children across all our projects. We thank you so much. We have projects all over India ranging from training deaf children and blind children vocational skills to make them self-sustaining in their own lives.
Yes, and the best part is that it takes less than $100 a year to educate a child for an entire year. Now, with all this good work, we definitely believe that you also deserve a wonderful night of entertainment. So, our evening today, Kahani Kismet Ki, is the story of two Indian orphan kids named Rohan and Maya, and the story of their friendship, because fate kind of brought them together.
So what you're saying is this story is about my life.
No, Ashim, you were born in the valley, you grew up here, and then you met your wife in college.
Yeah, but fate took us to the same college, we were best friends, and the kicker is that we're both Indian. Love you.
I mean, I guess that's kind of a stretch, but I guess it'll work for the show. I think it might be better if Rohan and Maya tell us their story themselves. What do you guys think? Shall we get started? Okay, enjoy.
Kismet. Fate. It's a funny thing. You never really know what is going to happen to you next, where the road you are on will lead. Sometimes you meet someone who changes your whole journey in an instant. Or sometimes a new door opens and it rewrites your next chapter. What happens today could change us tomorrow. It's all a part of our destiny. Today, we will share with you the tale of two sweet kids, Maya and Rohan, whose fate brought them to meet in an orphanage. These two became best friends. With a roof over their head and food in their tummies, they were already living a better story than before. They were sharing their imagination, playing in the outdoors, and making new friends. This is Kahani Kismet Ki, a story about fate.
घोड़े जैसी चाल हाथी जैसी तुम ओ सावन राजा कहाँ से आए तुम घोड़े जैसी चाल हाथी जैसी तुम ओ सावन राजा कहाँ से आए तुम छक धूम धूम छक धूम धूम छक धूम धूम छक धूम धूम
कोई लड़की है जब वो हंसती है कोई लड़की है जब वो हंसती है बारिश होती है छनक छनक छुम छुम
कोई लड़की है जब वो हंसती है बारिश होती है छनक छनक छुम छुम
कोई लड़का है जब वो गाता है
धूम धूम छक धूम धूम छक धूम धूम छक धूम धूम
अरे कोई लड़का है जब वो गाता है सावन आता है घुमड़ घुमड़ घुम घुम
कोई लड़का है जब वो गाता है सावन आता है घुमड़ घुमड़ घुम घुम छक धूम धूम छक धूम धूम छक
Maya and Rohan loved being a part of their little orphanage family. This was a new life. They were going to school, learning about the world, and getting a chance to a better future. Even though some days were hard for these best friends, this was just the beginning of their changing fate. Whenever school was over, they made sure to keep singing and dancing with all their friends at every chance that they could get.
मैं डालू ताल पे भंगड़ा तू भी गिद्दा पाले चल ऐसा रंग जमा दे हमके बने सभी मत वाले
मन कहे कि मैं ले आऊं चांद और तारे सारे इन हाथों पर मैं चांद रखूं इस मांग में भर दूं तारे
हेलो हेलो तू फ्लोर पे जब है आई येलो येलो बड़ी सॉलिड मस्ती छाई
हेलो हेलो तू मच है घूमने लगाई येलो येलो कंट्रोल करो मेरे भाई धड़के ये दिल छन छन बोले अमृतसरी चूड़ियां रात बड़ी है मस्तानी तो दिल भर जानी कर ले गल्ला घूड़ियां
And then one day, two separate, wonderful families came to adopt Maya and Rohan. Maya's new mom was so excited to give a beautiful home to her new daughter. Rohan's new dad thought he looked just like him, and he couldn't wait to take his new son home to his new family. It was bittersweet. They were both lucky to be picked on the same day, and they knew that their lives were going to become even better. But Maya and Rohan quickly realized that they would be 1,000 miles apart from each other and that they were really going to miss their best friend.
ना तेरे बिना लगदा जी मैं तेनू समझावा की ना तेरे बिना लगदा जी तू की जाने प्यार मेरा मैं करो इंतजार तेरा तू की नैनदान मेरी मैं तेनू समझावागी मैं तेरे बिना लगदा जी तू की जाने प्यार मेरा मैं करो इंतजार तेरा तू की जाने प्यार मेरी मैं तेनू समझावागी मैं तेरे बिना लगदा जी मेरे दिल ने चुन लिया ने तेरे दिल दिया रहा तू जो मेरे नाल रहता तुर पे मेरी आसा जीना मेरा है उन्हें तेरा की मैं करा तू कर एतबार मेरा मैं करो इंतजार तेरा तू दिल तू यो जान मेरी मैं तेनू समझावागी ना तेरे बिना लगदा जी समझावागी ना तेरे बिना लगता जी तू की जड़े प्यार मेरा मैं करूँ इंतजार तेरा तू दिल तू यो जान मेरी मैं तेनू समझावागी ना तेरे बिना लगता जी
All right, let's give everyone a big round of applause again.
Wow, that was a great way to start the show. I'm so curious to know what happens with Maya and Rohan.
I mean, I'm thinking the same thing. It's a pretty intense story right now. They've been separated. What's going to happen?
I don't know. We got to wait to see.
Well, Ashim, I had another question for you. Did you bid on anything out there in that auction? I hear there's a Floyd Mayweather autographed glove. I also hear there's some like getaways, like Mexico. And I was thinking, like maybe you should bid on something for your wife and all of her friends and take them out. No?
Are you talking about the auction that's outside that ends in about an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you what I bid on. It's a secret auction.
No, Ashim, it's not a secret auction. It's a silent auction.
Oh, okay.
So here's the deal. What makes it silent is that literally sitting from your desk, from your chairs right now, there's little stickers sitting on all of your tables. They have your bid number on them. And if you want to go outside and bid on anything there, the auction closes at 9:30. You can take your label and attach it, and that way we'll know what your bid is.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. But you know what else isn't a secret, Nupur?
What's that?
We take great pride in knowing that our organization is 100% run by volunteers with no payroll expenses at all. Just tonight alone, we have over 75 volunteers and over 50 performers that are making tonight's event possible.
That's absolutely true. And I'd actually like to call on stage a few incredible volunteers. Can all of the assistant directors of entertainment make their way up here? We have Srita Mahendru, Ishika Dhingra, Ruchi Dua, Simran Singh, Anya Nanda, Karina Agarwal, who's not with us today, Natasha, who's sitting over there manning our AV booth, like our silent warrior, and also Dolly Kapoor. And, here's the thing. Last year, right after Fundraiser, the next week, I actually moved to San Francisco. And everyone's first question was, what's going to happen to Fundraiser? And the answer is that the show will go on, and it will always go on, because we have such an incredible team leading us and making it happen for all of you to enjoy. So ladies, thank you for being an inspiration to me, everyone backstage and in the front of the stage, and a big congratulations to you for putting on this incredible show tonight.
We also want to thank all our backstage volunteers, stage managers, and hair and makeup artists. Additionally, we want to thank Daisy Auntie, Veena Auntie, and my parents, Sanjeev and Renu Chopra, for generously opening their houses for all the practices. Thank you all.
And of course, we're sure that you're done hearing our talking. So we'd actually like to direct your attention to the left and right of the stage to our screens. We want to share with you one of our very special Caring Hand projects, the NELC School for the Blind.
But before that, again, just a friendly reminder, the silent auction does end at 9:30, so let's get our bids in.
For more than 16 years, Caring Hand for Children has been educating thousands of children from all walks of life. Children from underprivileged neighborhoods, those that suffer from mental and physical disabilities, and even those that have been abused.
I have so much gratitude for growing up in a country that has so much. We have plenty of everything. And when I see what's going on and what Caring Hands does in India, it breaks my heart that I can't do more. Who, when you see their faces, it just makes you smile. They're so beautiful inside, and all they need is that little bit of help to become wonderful adults. There's nothing in our life that could be better than being able to help people with the little bit that we have. And I would just urge everybody to do the same.
While we are currently educating over 3,500 children in 21 different projects across India, our dream is to reach 10,000 students or more, which we believe may be possible with your continued support.
My belief is the circle of life. In giving, we receive, and on receiving, we must give again. Caring Hands for Children gives me the opportunity to do just that, to give to the needy, the children.
They do such an amazing job of putting this whole thing together. There's a lot of people behind the closed doors. There's lots of people helping with the show, giving money, giving them themselves. But I believe when we get blessed abundantly, we need to raise our standard of giving.
One of the amazing projects Caring Hand has been supporting is NELC School for the Blind in West Bengal, which is transforming financially deprived and visually impaired children into productive members of society.
More than 50 years ago, Mr. and Mrs. Hoden traveled from Norway to work as missionaries in a very remote district of West Bengal. Mrs. Britt Hoden was shocked to see the blind begging in the streets. She wanted to help but couldn't find any institutions who would admit the blind population. This prompted Miss Hoden to establish her own school for the blind in 1965. Northern Evangelical Lutheran Church School for the Blind opened with 4 students and 1 teacher. The main objective of this school is to help visually impaired children grow mentally and physically, and to develop the child's individual potential.
This time, be different. Please stay.
We admit our blind children from the age of 6 to 10, and we provide education up to 8th standard within the school campus, and then we admit our children in the normal schools and provide them all the education facilities up to higher secondary level. Even the meritorious students are given opportunity to study in the colleges also. Then we send them in different parts of India to take the vocational training so that they can be established in the society.
Last year, Caring Hand found that the School for the Blind was in financial crisis. Within no time, supporters of Caring Hand came to help by donating and committing to donate an additional sum of $10,000 per year under Adopt a Child program. Because of their generous contributions, the education of each student continues without any interruption.
And I wanted to give you.
This is our family, the NELC School for the Blind. We thank all our sponsors and supporters who are supporting our children for their education, their fooding and everything.
Thank you so much for you supporting us, and we also welcome everyone. Come and visit us, and we always will be happy to share our warmness and our piece of bread, whatever we have. So please welcome.
Like a song.
I went in December with my grandson, and we stayed there for a couple of days. Overall, I was very happy to see the progress they are doing, the dedication of the teachers, and also the volunteers like BJ and his wife, and there's so many other people there.
Education has played a major role in their life and their attitudes towards life. After I visited the blind orphanage, The impact that it made on my life is seeing how blessed we are to have so much and how they have so little. They have the bare necessities for life, while we are living with everything almost.
Don't go. Please stay.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees and myself, I would like to thank all our supporters who have helped us throughout this incredible journey, from helping 10 kids to over 3,600 kids. To paraphrase Mahatma Gandhi, you may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, then there will be no results. So let's join all our caring hands and move together in this journey and support each and every kid we can.
Thank you for everyone in the room for supporting all of these children and so, so many more. We obviously can't do this without all of you. Ashim and I would actually like to call on stage Vidya Chatri and his wife, Satlana Chatri, as well. You just met them in the video. They are the directors of NELC School for the Blind, and we're very lucky to have them here all the way from India for us tonight. You may have met them earlier at the cocktail hour. They have been really the people that are really making sure our Adopt a Child program is doing flawlessly. And if you have any questions about any children that you may have adopted in this past year, you can come talk to them from their school. And if you're curious or have more questions, they'll be around after to answer anything else.
Good evening, everyone. I thank everyone, especially the Caring Hands, the managing board of Caring Hands, the trustees, all the sponsors for giving us this opportunity to come here. We have this school, what you have seen is NELC School for the Blind in a place called Kuch Bihar in the state of West Bengal, India. This year we have 72 blind children. We provide them free boarding, fooding, medical, clothes and education. They are from the ages between 6 and 19. If they are good enough in studies, we also support them for university. Many of our students, they're working, they're well established in their life. They're in civil aviation, they're in bank departments in India, they're in physiotherapists, they're working as physiotherapists in different government hospital and private organizations. There are many teachers, and a lot of children, they have their own businesses, and we are proud of all of them. And this is all because of people like you who are supporting, because people like you who have come forward and supporting these children are finding a place in the society for themselves. So I heartily extend my heartiest thanks to Caring Hand for coming and supporting us when we were really in need. Thank you very much.
Namaste. My name is Svetlana. I am not only wife of this man, I am also involved of this nice, beautiful family named NELC School for the Blind. And it's really a very great opportunity to be here and to meet all of you, because mostly what we know, it's some names of the sponsors and some contacts what we have with Caring Hand, but now we can meet you face to face and to say thank you so much for your support. So what I am doing at school, I was trained as a psychologist, so mostly I am doing for the psychological and emotional needs, daily needs of these children. These children was really deprived from their families, from their society because of their blindness. So they need this support also. And what you are doing, you're supporting us and we are doing our work there. So we believe that together we can bring a lot of changes to all these lives, small lives, what is growing up now. So thank you so much. Dhanyavad.
Next, we'd like to call on stage Ayan Dutt. You met him in the video, and he's going to share a little bit more about his experience.
Good evening to you all. My name is Ian Dutt, and I'd like to share to you a short but impactful story. Last year during Christmas, we traveled to India for a wedding and had a chance to visit the school in Kuch Bihar. The secretary of the school, Mr. Vijay, picked us up from the airport around 5 p.m., and it was surprising for me because it was mid-December, yet the weather was unexpectedly hot. As we were heading to the school by car, I started to imagine what this experience might be like. Now, just for the sake of perspective, a lot of you have spent a decent amount of time in India, but for me, being born and raised here right in LA, this journey was about to be brand new. When we reached the school, I was overcome with emotion because over 70 students stood at the entrance to greet my grandfather and I with flowers. It was an overwhelming moment. They began their Christmas program, which included dancing, singing, and music. It was super exciting because I was in a small town in India where I'd never been before. Yet these blind children and orphans made me feel like I was at home with the Christmas songs and spirits. Once the program was complete, we had sponsored a dinner for the kids, which was actually more of a feast than a dinner. Seeing the satisfaction on their faces as they ate all the food was another moment where I truly realized how fortunate I am to live the life I have here in LA. These children have so little compared to us, yet they were so grateful for what they were being given. I made a few friends and walked the children to their rooms, and that's when I saw their sleeping situation. Again, I was shocked to see that they basically slept on wooden planks with a little bit of cushion. For me and the other kids in my generation here in America haven't experienced what kind of a life they have. It was eye-opening, and I was humbled by the entire experience. Before our flight back to Kolkata, the next day, I went back to the school to spend more time with the kids and say goodbye. It was awesome seeing them in their learning element and to say goodbye. The, the students were also learning Braille and even showed me their typing skills. The keyboards were specifically designed for the blind, and it audibly told you what letter they were typing. As I stand here before you today, I still think about those kids and the challenges they faced. I thank you for contributing to Caring Hand for Children to make the lives of these children better, and I hope we can continue to positively impact the future of more kids. Thank you.
Let's give it up for our wonderful, wonderful stories that we got to hear here tonight. There's also actually someone else in the audience that I would like to acknowledge. If Dolly Chopra could please stand up. It's a little difficult for me to see if she's here where she is. I can't actually see, but okay, over in the back. So Dolly Auntie actually is our program director for the Swami Vivekananda Medical Mission that we also support, and it is such an honor to have her here in our presence as well. So if we can also give her a round of applause for being with us today.
So did you all know that in addition to visiting, there's a lot of small things that can have a huge impact that can help us? Who here shops on Amazon?
I do. I buy like 2, 3, 4, 8 things a week.
Did you know that at no additional cost to you, you can donate to Caring Hand for Children using Amazon?
I mean, that's obviously why I shop so much.
For all those of you that didn't know that, please go to smile.amazon.com, select Caring Hand as your charity, and shop normally. There's no additional cost to you whatsoever.
And another way that you can greatly help us is through employer match programs. We've listed some of the companies that we're already partnering with in your booklet, but if your company also supports such an initiative, please come let us know. It's a great opportunity for us to quickly and efficiently also generate more funds, and as you can see, really help change the lives of so many children. Another thing that Caring Hand is really proud to introduce you today is that we want to take the initiatives that we're doing over the borders and over in India and do a little more giving back here as well. We are looking to support educational efforts in the States as well through a day where the Caring Hand local family will go volunteer. If you or your children or anyone is interested, we're looking at some time in fall to do a day of where we go back and give back to the kids here as well.
So I am curious, Nupur, what is going on with Maya and Rohan?
That actually might be a really good idea that you've had. Should we go find out?
I think we should.
With her new family support, Maya grew up into a talented dancer and loved spending time outside, taking in all that nature has to offer. Before, she had never dreamed that a life could change so much. She was so grateful for all of the world's beauty, and she decided that one day she wanted to become an engineer to also change the world. But of course, Maya's favorite thing was to still keep dancing whenever she could.
लैला मैं लैला ऐसी हूँ लैला हर कोई चाहे मुझसे मिलना अकेला जिसको भी देखो दुनिया भुला दो मजनू बना दो ऐसी मैं लैला हर कोई चाहे तुझसे मिलना अकेला ओ लैला जुल्फों से बांध लिए बादल सीने पे से उड़ने लगा आंचल मुझसे नैना मिला के मौसम होने लगे पागल सबसे होके बेफिक्र नाचूं मैं आज छम 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 मैं नाचूं आज छम 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 छम
Raindrop bouncing, my heart is announcing you got to take me away. Let's start jumping, my heart goes pumping. I love you in every way. धड़कनों पे बूंद जो गिरी
तो नाचो आज छम 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 मैं नाचो आज छम 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 Gaga on the deck.
happened to Rohan? Well, the minute his dad had handed him a basketball, he loved everything about the game. And he was pretty good at it too. They even nicknamed him Chota Kobe. Still, Rohan dreamed of one day becoming a psychiatrist so that he could finally go back to the orphanage and help the other kids that were just like him. Fate had been really good to him, and he was living his new life to the fullest.
बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली धीरे धीरे बड़ी चली है जो थी चिंगारी छोटी चिंगारी भरी 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 है मन की अलमारी आज अलमारी हुई सतरंगी साली सतरंगी हुई सतरंगी थी जो ये रात काली भड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली
All right. Can we get another big round of applause for all of our wonderful performers? Now, I know we've talked a lot about this earlier today about our Adopt a Child program, so I'm going to like to direct your attention for just a very short, quick video on our screens to tell you a little bit more about this program. Thank you.
Dehradun, the city with the largest number of schools in India. Still, innumerable street children spend their lives begging and rag picking. Here, their home is usually the street next to the city's glittery cinema halls. Dark lanes in the famous marketplaces, some deserted pavements off the road, and that every place where the ray of hope feels shy to reach them. These are the children of streets. Rajkumar had been one of them, along with 16 years old Naina and Rajkumar's younger sister Sunita. At the tender age of 8, Rajkumar faced what each one of us dreads.
मेरा नाम है राजकुमार, एक मेरी छोटी बहन है, उसका नाम है सुनीता। पहले हम लोग ओरेंट पे पार्किंग का काम करते थे और ओरेंट के पीछे सोते थे, और एक छोटी मेरी बहन है, वो भीख मांग के लाती थी, तो हम लोग दोनों बहन भाई खाना खाते थे। खाना खा के वहाँ पर हॉल के पीछे जाके सोते थे, सुबह उठते थे चाय पानी करके, फिर उसके बाद में फिर मांगने लगते थे। हमारे आगे पीछे कोई था ही नहीं, माँ बाप थे।
Equally disturbing is the story of Sunita, who's too young to realize what had happened to her. Much younger to her brother Rajkumar, Sunita struggled through the nightmare of her life, which was filled with drugs and abuse.
एक बार मेरे को एक औरत उठा के ले गई थी ऐसे गलत रास्ते में, कोई नहीं था यहाँ पर, तो उसने बोला मेरे घर चल सकते हो, आप कौन कौन है? तो मैंने बोला कोई नहीं है। वहाँ पर क्या कहते हैं भिंडी, वो सारपो लड़की नहीं है, तो मैं वहाँ से 2-3 दिन कमा आई घर पर, उनके बाद बिगानगर भाग गई।
But things are improving for these three. They don't have to beg or pick up garbage anymore. The lost and forgotten smile is finding a way to their lips. All thanks to Asra Trust. Asra Trust is dedicated to providing opportunity and education to children from underprivileged backgrounds. Education is the primary goal of Asra, and it has been constantly working on achieving this goal since March 2009. Asra's efforts can be seen in the improved lives of these needy kids. Sunita has now been mainstreamed and is also a part of Wings program, the after-school tutorial project of Asra Trust.
Good evening. How's everybody tonight? Doing good? Do me a favor. You guys have been sitting down for a little while. Everybody stand up. Come on, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Real quick, just take a stretch. Everybody stand up, please. On behalf, stay standing, please. On behalf of Caring Hands for Children, we want to thank you all for being here and taking time out of your busy schedules to be here to support this beautiful foundation. Give yourselves a round of applause. You know what they call that? A standing ovation. So when you talk to people later on that didn't come, you can say, what happened tonight? I said, I got a standing ovation. So you can all sit down. My name is Larry Stone. I'm very humbled and honored to be here. I'm very privileged. I'm friends of Sashi and Mamta. Mamta and Sashi have been friends for quite a long time. And I have always heard about this particular foundation. This is amazing. One of the things that is to put in perspective, one of the things I really liked, and the majority of the program was children. I think we can all say and agree upon with each other that the children are the future of our world. Absolutely. So if we can't take just a few minutes and money out of our pockets to help these folks, did you notice in this video how compelling that was? Those kids were not smiling. The minute they got help and support, what happens? Their faces lit up. They felt like there was faith. There was going to be an opportunity for them to succeed. As we raise our children, that's what we decide what we're going to do. We want the best for them. We want them to be able to succeed. We want them to be able to do whatever they want to do in life. So let's take an opportunity to do the same thing for these kids as well. Let's put this in perspective. There's 1.2 billion people in India. 87 million of those people are children that need education. We can start by doing some more of that tonight. The goal for the foundation is 10,000 students. We heard tonight we're at 3,900, excuse me. 39,000 would be great. Maybe after tonight we'll be there. Do me a favor again too, open up your books, your program books to page 18. The other thing we're talking about is a very small portion of what we do in our lives. If we can help somebody, a lot of people have said it before. There was a statement made on one of the other videos that I really struck my heart, and it was, we need to raise the standard of giving. We're all very giving people, we're all very humble, and we all want to be able to do what we can to help people. That's what we all do. How many go to Starbucks? At least once or twice a week. Right? That's average. Starbucks is probably $3 to $5 a visit. All we're asking you to do tonight is spend 50 cents a day. 50 cents a day will get you to adopt a child. We don't want you to adopt 1, 2, 3, or 4. Adopt as many as you can. So let's start off. That's my job here tonight, is to get you to adopt a child. Who's going to start it off for us? Who's going to be the first one? Let's raise your hand. Right here. We got a first person to start it off right here. We got 2 right here. Who else? Raise your hands. We got plenty of volunteers who are going to come around, and there's another one here. Another one here. Let's go, folks. Raise your hands. Let's go. Let's do one more quick thing. There's another one here. Everybody have a bidding paddle in front of them? Raise that up real quick so I can see them. Everybody raise their bidding paddles. Go ahead real quick, everybody. Raise it up. Raise it up. Everybody raise their paddles up. Come on, raise them up. Terrific. You've all just adopted a child. No, just kidding. That's that easy. It's 50 cents a day. Let me ask you a question. You go to Starbucks, and if Starbucks would have raised their prices 50 cents, you wouldn't stop going. Just figure your Starbucks got raised 50 cents a day. All right? Who else? Who else wants to? There's another adoption right here. Let's go. Where's our volunteers? We have another one here. Another one here. Let's go. Let's get this up. How many people? Let's adopt 50 to 100 kids tonight. Let's go. There's another one back here. Where's my volunteers? Oh, let's get these people signed up. Who else? I see a wave right there. Ah, there's another one. There we go. Come on, folks. Let's get to these photos. There's another one here, 163. That's a good number. I like that. Who else? There's another one here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a challenge out to some of the men in the audience. You guys listening? Thank you. There we go. I'm going to put a challenge out. If I donate a decent amount of money, I would like to know who will match it. Who's going to match it? So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to put up $500. Who else is going to put $500? Right there's another 500 right here. Who's going to put up $500? Let's go. Come on, guys. What are we here for? There's another 500 right here. Match my 500. If I get enough, maybe I'll do another 500. I'm not kidding you. Let's go. Who else do we got? Who's going to match my 500? $5 more. You know how many kids that's going to adopt? That's what we're here for. We're here to adopt children. You know what it'll be nice to say when somebody asks how your kids are doing? You're going to say they're doing great. I got a progress report just the other day. And that progress report said my child is doing fantastic. They're doing good in school. They're getting fed. Who else is out there? Don't stop now. We're not done. Once that 500 or adoption? 500. Adoption. Okay. Who else is going to? There's another adoption here. Let's go. Come on. Let's get over to these folks. Their credit cards are going to want to get it worn out. $1,000. I'll match another 500, so I'll do $1,000. How about that? I'll do 1,000. I'll do $1,000. Who else is going to do another 500 or 1,000? Come on, let's go. Who else? Just because you're sitting in the back doesn't mean you don't have any money. Come on. You guys back there too. You're not getting out of it. Who else? $1,000. Who else is going to match me? Come on. 50 cents a day. It's not that hard. We're all going to leave here later, and we're going to wish, you know what, I probably should have done that. Why didn't I do that? I had the opportunity to. That's why you're here. And I'm going to keep going. We're not going to have dinner until we get enough money. I know you guys are probably hungry, but dinner's not going to be served. It's all the people that have asked to adopt a child, are they all being helped? There's another one here, number 202. Where else? Let's go. Who else do we have? Anybody else? 117 is my number. Make sure you get my beautiful wife to make sure you get that $1,000 from us. I'm doing it. Who else? $500 more? Who else we got? Match it up. Let's go. Please. That's all we asking. This is for the kids, not for me. Let's get more kids to dance and more kids to smile. What do you think? How nice was that to have all of these kids up here dancing and smiling? Was that great? Was that one of these? Yeah? Okay. Is that close enough? Does anybody want to come up and dance with me? I wouldn't either. Who else? Okay. Well, we have to move on. You're more than welcome to adopt later. That's fine. We have 3 live auction pieces that we want to give you guys an opportunity to bid on. 3 live auction pieces. And I have my lovely Vanna White. So what's the first piece? Yeah, you need a mic? We need this lady to have a microphone, please. All right. There you go. Okay, the first piece, she's going to describe what this first piece is. Go ahead.
Okay, everyone, we have just a couple items. We have 3 items tonight that we're live auctioning. This is a framed photograph of a beautiful girl from Mali. It was donated by Cindy Edelson. The starting value of it, the value of it is $500.
$500. Let's go. Who's give me 6? Who's got 6? Give me $600 for this. $600 right here. Who else? 700. I got 700. I got 700. 700. Who's going to give me 700? 700 going once, going twice, sold. $700 right here. Okay. Uh-oh. $700. Thank you. Yeah, nobody else was bidding. They're all waiting for this trip. All right. It's another beautiful, beautiful piece.
All right, everybody, over here we have a framed portrait of a child in India that has actually been freed. She was enslaved earlier. It's a beautiful portrait taken by Lisa Christine. She's a famous American humanitarian, and it was also donated by Cindy Elson. As you can see, it is a really breathtaking photo. The value of this photo is actually $1,800.
It's an original. Look at that. Come on. $1,800. Give me a bid. This is for the kids. All this is 100% profit, guys. Come on. $1,800. $1,800. We're not going to have dinner. How about $1,000? Can I get $1,000? $1,000 right here. $1,200. $1,100. How about $1,050? $50 more dollars. Who else? $1,000. $1,050. One more shot. $1,000. $1,050. Going once. Going twice. Sold. $1,050. Thank you. Hold on. We have one more thing to say about this particular portrait. It's very, very important. Now, hold on. Sir? Sir? Yep. There you go. Listen, guys, it's very, very important that you listen because this is huge for our organization.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I just wanted to tell you that we made this bid on behalf of an actress, and I'm not sure if any of you know her. Her name is Gillian Anderson. She's the star of The X-Files. I guess some of you do. She's a dear friend, and more importantly, an amazing humanitarian herself. And when she heard about this cause, she not only was arrested by this image and she wanted it for herself, but this evening she's tweeted about your organization so all of her fans know about it. And as one of her, good, I'm so glad that you're happy. And as a tradition, all of her fans give to her favorite charities on her birthday because she never wants anything other than that. And so you have been added to her website as one of her favorite charities.
Yes.
And I wish you all the best because many, many more people will know about your wonderful work. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Guys, that's huge. That's a network that's going out. One last thing, and then we have one last item here.
Okay, if anyone wants to buy this for me, I'm totally okay with it. Just, Dad, I'm
You would
throwing it
like
out
you would
there.
like this one for yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dad. So basically, this is a Tuscany.
She's a child. We can donate it to her.
It's a Tuscany culinary experience with a 5-night luxury stay with daily breakfast, a cooking class, dinner, massage treatment for 2. Suggested value, priceless. All the way in the Tuscany countryside in Italy.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-night stay in a luxury room at a Cortano resort and spa. There's a daily buffet breakfast, 3-course dinner at the Cortez restaurant as well, massage treatment, unlimited access to wellness center, which includes sauna, Turkish baths, salt room with chemotherapy, with chromotherapy, emotional showers, and much more. Cooking class and dinner with Chef Ryan Haley for two. All the way in the Tuscan countryside. It looks beautiful.
The massages and the wine are going to be worth it alone, guys. Come on. Let's give a starting bid of $1,000. $1,000. Nobody wants to go to Tuscany? $1,000, everybody. Wake up. Hello. Hello? There it is, 193 right here, $1,000. 1,500. Anybody want 1,500? How about 1,100? I saw 1,100 right there, 214, thank you. 1,200. Who's going to bid 1,200? 1,200, 1,200, come on. Like I said, the massages and the wine alone are going to be worth that. 1,100, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, come on, 1,200 right here. Let's go. 1,250. Anybody going to do 1,250? 1,250 right here, thank you. 1,250, 1,300. 1,300, 1,300, let's go. Come on, it's for the kids. Raise your paddle up. Let's go, 1,300. We're not going to eat. 1,300 right here. There we go. Who else? 1,300, 1,350, 1,350. $50 more. 1,350, thank you. 1,400, come on, 1,400. Somebody's been sitting back waiting just for this trip. 1,400, let's go. 1,400, anyone? 1,400? 1,400. 1,400, $50 more. Where's 213 here? $50 more. Just think about it. That's one less. What's one extra glass of wine? That's all. 1,300. What was the last bid? $1,350. 1,350. There it is. 1,400. 1,400. 1,400. Okay. Going once? Going twice? Sold. 214. Thank you very much for your contribution. We really appreciate it. The kids, thank you as well. So just think, every time you take a glass of wine, it's a write-off. It's all good. Thank you guys so much for all your time. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do MC. Thank you. Good night.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for raising so much money that you guys really understand that all this money, everything, every single dollar of it really goes to helping all the children you've seen tonight. I want to give a big thank you to Larry. Larry is actually an EVP in sales and marketing, and we asked him to do this on a whim for us because we were looking for a volunteer. He graciously raised his hand, and we're so humbled for having him join us here tonight. So thank you to him. It's not an easy job. This is a tough crowd. So a big thank you to him.
Yeah, I mean, like I was telling you before, the story was about my life, so I'm pretty certain I know what Rohan's up to now.
What do you mean? What do you think Rohan is up to now?
Oh, Rohan's definitely a successful basketball player.
Ashim, I don't think that's how your fate netted out. I'm so sorry.
That's
But
right.
I do think that if we can get everyone's attention one last time for our final performance this evening, as we're going to find out what really did happen to Maya and Rohan. You ready?
Rohan and Maya each grew up and finished college. And then, one day while on the computer, Maya got an email saying that she had gotten her dream job as an engineer in San Francisco. At the same time, Rohan landed his incredible opportunity as a psychiatry resident at a hospital in San Francisco too. Without either of them knowing it, fate was slowly trying to write its own story. But right now, it was time to celebrate.
ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਤੋਂ ਆਈ ਨੀ
ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਗੋਰੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਗੋਰੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੇ ਜੱਜਦਾ
So, what happened next? Well, Maya said bye to her family and packed her things for her new adventure. Her mom made sure that she had 12 parantas and a char pack so that she was well fed for the flight to her new home. Rohan gathered his belongings, and his dad made sure to have had a prayer ceremony every day since the big news to make sure that his journey was also safe. Little did Maya and Rohan know that they were soon about to be reunited with their favorite best friend.
एक हो गए हम और तुम तो उड़ गई नींदें रे और खन की पायल मस्ती में तो कंगन ये पहली बार मिले तुम पे ये दम निकले तुम पे ये जवानी धीरे धीरे माधम मचले रे
Kismet. Fate. It's a funny thing. You never really know what is going to happen to you next, where the road you are on will lead. And sometimes you meet someone who changes your whole journey in an instant. Kyunki kahani to hai sirf kismet ki.
Can I ask all the kids to just kind of make their way over here? We want to just have a seat right here on stage. Please don't leave. Okay. We also want to give a big thank you to all of our stage managers, our hair and makeup crews, our lighting crews. If they can pop their heads up from the back or come on stage, that would be awesome. And before we close tonight, we actually want to give a big welcome to our board. So as this organization continues to grow, so has our board. You will see if you have been at this event last year and this year, so here's the list of names. We've grown our board significantly this year because we really do believe that there's a lot more work to do And we know that it's only possible with having more leadership. So with that, I'd first like to call on stage the advisory board. Please come out as your name is announced. Dr. Harish Umar, Dr. Ramesh Arora, Neil Berger, Paul Gross. No one wants to join me, it's okay. Reva Handa, Pushlata Java, Dr. Shalapuri, and Bharat Sauji, and Vatsla Sharma. And if you hear your name and you didn't make it up, just come up whenever your name was said, no problem.
Next, we'd like to call up our board of directors. Will Mamta Bachar, Gitu Basin, Nupur Chabra, Bindu Chabra, Nikhil Dhawan,
Anjul Grover,
Neetu Malhotra, and Veena Singh please come on stage?
I saw a lot of our advisory board in the back, so even though your name has already been called, please come up here as
Please,
well.
everybody. And last, we would like to call our board of trustees on stage. Dr. Seema Arora, Shashi Butcher, Vinay Chabra, Sanjeev Chopra, Ajay Kashyap, Baba Multani, and Mike Young. Will you all please come on stage?
So a big thank you from all of the volunteers on this stage and our incredible board. We just want to say thank you so much for making this another successful year. Stay, enjoy, and make sure no one leaves. We're going to do one big group photo.
And everybody, dinner was graciously donated by Delhi Express tonight. It is served. Please, everybody, have some food, some drinks. Dancing will be later. Let's have a great time tonight. Thank you again for coming.
Growing up in the golden age, throwing rocks to your window pane. Kiss me once and I'll float away, but then